Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, Socially Awkward, where the longer you stick around, the more you will know and you will see why I named it that. You guys, I am in my era of I make a pattern, I fall in love with it, and I make it again and again and again. So last video, I'm pretty sure it was my last video, I made Simplicity 9240, which is described as unisex raglan pullover shirts. I made view A and I decided that I liked it so much that I went ahead and made it again. I'm pretty sure I shared the fabric in the last video, but I have the sweatshirt here. Um, the main fabric is this double brush knit that I got from Fabric Mart. It's brown and mustard and pink, and it's an animal print, and I'm in love with animal print. If you guys have been watching me for a while, I love the color pink and I love animal print. So I saw this fabric and I was like, I have to have it. I'm also falling in love with the color brown as well. So I saw this fabric and I immediately was like, I need to purchase it. For the cuffs and the neckband, I used a mustard colored rib knit that I got from Hobby Lobby a while back. I got it during one of their fabric sales. And I think that it really brings out the mustard and the animal print. There are two views to this pattern. So again, I made view A, but there's also view B, which has I think it's called a kangaroo pocket instead of the side seam pockets. And off the first glance, you don't realize that view A has side seam pockets, but it does. However, in this version that I made, I ended up not adding the pockets. I'll pop up a picture of, or a video rather, of me wearing the first top that I made, and I added the pockets. They're nice, but I mean, I'm not going to put anything in them. And I just decided that for this top, I'm just going to skip that step. Especially because this fabric is not as thick as my first top. And so I knew that the pockets would probably sag, especially if I put something in them. It just wouldn't be a good look, and I didn't want the fabric to drag towards the bottom, so I just skipped that step, and that honestly made this process go by even quicker. This is already a quick make anyway. I'm pretty sure I wrote it down in my little journal here. Yeah, there's only 15 steps for view A, less if you skip the pockets. And then there's 7 pattern pieces for view A, but if you skip putting in your pockets, then only 6 pieces. So this is a really quick and easy project, especially like for a beginner. I don't see a pattern rating on here. But it's super simple. Also the size range for this pattern is extra small to extra large, and I made mine in a size large, and that was based on the chest and bust measurement. I knew that I wanted this to fit a little oversized, and I knew it would be oversized anyway because it's a unisex pattern, but I still wanted to be able to fit shirts underneath it. I didn't want it to fit too tight because I want to use this as a layering piece. In addition to not adding the pockets in the side, I did also lengthen out the sleeves. I added about 2 inches to the sleeve pattern, and that's just because I have really long arms. Um, Honestly, 2 inches might have been too much, but I like my sleeves to be a little bit on the longer side. And so I'm happy with how that turned out. But honestly, I think if I maybe just add like 1 inch, I'd be okay. Or even if I made it like without making any modifications, since they have a band, I could probably get away with not modifying. But I'm just so used to lengthening my sleeves that I just do it out of habit. I usually do at least 2 inches, maybe sometimes three, depending on the style of the pattern. Again, nothing was truly difficult about this pattern. I think that I would rate it as easy. The only thing is the sleeve bands, whenever you're attaching them to the sleeve, because it's kind of, I don't know how I would describe it, but maybe like a bat wing kind of, because it is a raglan sleeve, so it gets large and it's like the sleeve is on the larger, wider side, and then the cuff is kind of small. So whenever you're attaching the cuff to the sleeve, it's a really tight fit. And I did struggle a little bit getting it on my sewing machine. I did take off the arm as well, the arm of the sewing machine, and that helped, of course. But what I ended up doing, since this is my second time making this pattern, I ended up using my serger and just attached it with the serger because that was a little bit easier to kind of stretch it as I serged around. And then after it was already serged on, I went in with my sewing machine and then just stitched my normal seam allowance. So I did that for both sleeves, and I also did the same method for the neckband as well. I ended up serging it on first and then stitching around to make sure that there was no like crazy stretching as well. And then for the bottom band, let's see, I can show you guys. For the bottom band, I just stitched it on as normal. It's pretty big, so I didn't really struggle with attaching the band. Now, will I be making this pattern again? Of course, I am going to make this pattern again. Like I said in the beginning of the video, once I find a pattern that I like to make it over and over and over again until I'm sick of it. So this pattern will get made again. I also want to try and make view B as well. View B does have a drawstring at the waist, and I've never done that before. Let's see if I can show you guys. Maybe I can show you the line drawings. But it has that drawstring, and then it has the kangaroo pocket in the hood. And so I can see myself making this view as well. And because I've already made two of view A, I think it's time for me to try out view B. So be on the lookout for that one. I would also make this pattern again because it sews up really quick. And as a person who sews not slow, but I like to kind of just enjoy the process, I'm able to get this done within like 4 hours and maybe even quicker if I like, tried to rush through or if I wasn't distracted or anything like that. So for those reasons alone, because it's so easy and I can get it done within a day, like say I want to make this before going out and I want to wear it out, this is one of those projects where you can make it really quick and then wear it same day. So, all right, well, that is the end of this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. When I first made this pattern, I hated it. Well, not this pattern, but this, well, I didn't hate it. I thought that it was a little bit too out there, a little bit too bright. But now that I've like set it to the side and worn it, at least for like this video. I put it on for this video and it doesn't look as bright as it was whenever I was sewing it. As I was sewing it, I started to have second thoughts on adding this mustard neckband. But the more I look at it, the more I'm like, it's fun. And I got this fabric for a reason because I like it and it's fun. I knew that it was out there and wild, but I wanted it anyway. So I can see myself wearing it out as well, but let me know what you guys think. And at look from looking at it, it kind of gives me like pink lemonade vibes. So I'm calling it my pink lemonade sweater. But let me know what you guys think down below. Make sure that you subscribe if you have not already, especially if you like this kind of content. On this channel, I share just what I make over the weekends and then, yeah. So if that's something that you enjoy, make sure that you subscribe, like this video, and leave me a comment down below letting me know what you think, and I will catch you guys in my next upload.